to take questions in the room, and then we have time to get to the people on Zoom.
Sure, I'll start off by saying, first of all, really proud of this team. I'm proud of the way they responded to the coaching. You know, we've talked a lot the last couple of weeks about starting fast, and we were able to do that today. You know, anytime you're able to win on the road in the Big Ten, that's huge. And so for us to be able to come up here and do something, I think that hasn't been done since 1950, which is to win here in this stadium. Definitely proud of the team. Happy to be 4-0. We talked all week long and for the last couple of weeks about getting off to a fast start, and that's what we were able to do. Defense came up big early on with the turnovers. We were able to convert those to scores. Anytime you come up with turnovers like we did today, it really helps you on the offensive side of the ball. The best part about this is that that locker room is still disappointed a little bit that we didn't finish the way we like to, and there's some things that we can get cleaned up. And as I said before, it's always great to clean it up with a win. And you know, got to give credit to the players in terms of how they responded and did the things necessary. We're back in the shell next week against Indiana. You know, I hope our fans show up for these kids. They've earned the right to have you guys there to support them, and our student section has done their part. Now everybody's got a part to do in there, and I know we're excited with the opportunity to go 5-0 at home in the shell, and the players are excited about that as well. So with that, I'll open up the questions.
Everybody talks about the offense, but the defense today came up big with 5 turnovers. I think you guys now grabbed 12 or 13 turnovers in the first 4 games.
It was big. I mean, you know, the defense, the offense, special teams came up big again today. You know, they created some opportunities with the fumble there on the kickoff return. Our punter pulled one down and rushed one for a first down and extended drive. You know, offensively, we were a little off today, just missing on some things. But defensively, early on, the turnovers were big. And what I'd like to see is those just get off the field a little bit better on third down.
Maybe you talk about good in practice, similar this year, and how should that help you guys get off to a fast start? And with some other factors that
I mean, players play. The execution early on, the turnovers. You know, we were able to finish those turnovers with touchdowns, which helped us. I'd love to say that was the reason why. I can only speculate. We did go back to some good on good stuff this week, but we also got a better look out of our development team, and you know, them understanding that their role is to prepare us for the speed of the game. But I don't know if that was the fix, but I'm really happy that we were able to get the turnovers and we were able to convert them to scores early.
Interception there at the end, kind of what you see there.
I saw him not having field awareness, and I would have loved to see him finish it and stay in bounds and go score. But it came up big because we gave up some yardage today. But as we got down in that red area, we buckled down and were able to kind of keep them out of the end zone per se. So it was big interception there by Heeb and big play by our defense.
What does it say about the team, the fact that you didn't need to pass for 300 yards?
I mean, as we all know, football is the ultimate team sport. And I think, you know, we picked it up in other areas. You know, as I said earlier, we were just a little bit off for whatever reason with our base offensive systems, whether it was just off on a perimeter block that would have allowed us to maybe create some big plays, maybe off on a few throws. But we showed the balance that we have and the ability that different guys have opportunities and different guys can make plays for us. You know, Roman, you know, he was nicked up a little bit this week and it was limited, but some other guys stepped up when we needed them to.
Did Talia end up hurting his hand? Because I saw him go into the tent thing for a little bit.
I think he had to use the bathroom. I'm just kidding. All right.
Michael, what can you say about complementary football? You force interception and turnover and downs and fumble and score touchdowns right after the offense.
That's huge, and that's what we need to do. What I like to see us do, though, is the consistency on offense. You know, I always talk about us being a rhythm team on offense, and just for whatever reason, everything was just a few steps here, a few inches off there, which, you know, we'll get that part fixed. You know, as I said, it's great to be able to have to fix it. Coming off of a win and to win on the road in the Big Ten, man, this is a tough league. And, you know, you give credit to Michigan State, give credit to Harlan and the job that he's did to get his guys back because they fought today. But I was really proud of our team, the way they started fast, which gave us this opportunity to come out with the W.
To the Zoom, run.
Hey, coach, 6 different rushers, 11 different receivers. What does that say about your team's offensive diversity?
Well, I mean, anybody that's followed for years, understand that we play a lot of players. We've recruited depth. We've had the opportunity to, get a lot of guys involved. It's great to see that type of diversity, but as I said, there's still some things that we got to get cleaned up. Still some things that I will be able to get fixed here this week.
And then with Colton, was that a designed play for him on that punt, or was that him kind of seeing an opening?
No, I mean, I'm gonna take credit for that. Hopefully, I'll get coach of the week because I called a punt down inside my own 20. I promise you, we didn't call a fake punt down in there, but based on the scheme of the rugby stuff that we do, the rules tell him that if the end and there's no contain, to pull it down and go. Now, I looked at JT, our special teams coordinator, said, man, you need to be careful with doing that down in our area of the field. But, again, players make plays. Colton's one of those guys he's athletic enough to do it. I'm glad he did it because he was able to extend the drive for us. But I cannot take credit for calling a fake punt down in there.
Hey, Coach, can you walk me through the Sean Greeley touchdown? Certainly interesting to see him out there kind of in that fullback position. Is that something that you guys have been working on, kind of getting him, in different spots, and then obviously forced the fumble as well?
Well, we always try to use the personnel we have in our program. And, we got a bunch of tight ends, but we lost some fullback bodies. Sean's one of those athletic guys. He plays as a reserve on defense. He's been a special team guy for us. And because of his athleticism, we've used him and Kobe McDonald the last few games when we've gotten in the goal line. You probably didn't see it initially because we hadn't thrown the ball, but, he's been back there playing in our goal line package all year long. We saw a look on tape that allowed us to call him into the flat area. Leah made a nice, easy throw. And, Sean's one of those athletic guys, and it was great to see him make some plays.
Hey, Coach. Donnell Brown came up with that fumble. He contributed in forcing it. I don't think he was credited with it, but he was in on that play. What do you have to say about him? Because he's been making plays each of the last few games.
Yeah, I've been happy with his production, but when we brought him here to get after the quarterback. And as I joke with him, he's dropping into space and getting interceptions and doing everything other than getting sacked. So I'd love to see him get after the quarterback a little bit, but he's one of those guys that's always around the ball. And, he's an athletic big guy, so we utilize him in a lot of different ways. What I found out is he has a knack for the ball, and we need to continue to have him make those plays. Thanks, guys.
Sean Greeley, Felton, Still.
Sean Greeley, Ty Felton, and Tarheeb Still. If you have a question, please raise your hand and address through your questions.
That last interception you had, can you kind of take us through that? Just overall, once the defense, 5 turnovers, force and keep them out of the end until late in the third quarter.
Well, this week we made this on get our hands on the ball, creating turnovers and creating more opportunities for the offense. And that last play when I picked the pass off, my guy, he can't slide down the line. I seen the tackle come out of the block, and I seen the running back right there, so I knew it was screen. So I just tried to make a play. He threw it over his head. Ball came right to me.
So he kind of collapsed there on the 20. What happened again? That play.
Grass muscles. Dead legs.
Now, when you see the defense do it today, force 5 turnovers, how much does that kind of inspire the offense?
It helps a lot because it gives us a lot of opportunities to go score. So that's, as he said, coach kind of been emphasizing that the defense touch the ball and offense making play after that. So it's a blessing. It's very exciting to see those guys catch the ball and make a play like they were receiving. But it's very exciting, and that's how we got the W today.
What do you think that contributed to the fast start offensively after the last couple of weeks where you kind of fell behind?
That's another emphasis we have, starting off fast, because the last 2 weeks we kind of started on really slow, 14-0, started we were losing, but we kind of emphasized all week, kind of starting fast and just staying with our tempo and playing with our standards. So we emphasized that all week, and then we ended up showing it out on today, the game.
On a touchdown, can you kind of take us through that, how that unfolded, and how much have you been working on that in practice?
Well, they told me, that was the play going into this week. And so I was prepared. It was just a time and place opportunity. We were close to the goal line. So called my name, and, it was a good surprise for me.
You also forced fumble, just your thoughts on the defense's play and how you're able to kind of control the game throughout that.
Yeah, I mean, like he was saying, we put an emphasis on getting hands on the ball and taking a lot of shots on the ball. So I just kind of on that one, I just kind of put my head down and got lucky and knocked the ball out. So
Any of the three you talk about the defense, because it seems like a lot of the focus has been on the offense, you know, that you guys. Number one in total offense and everything, but the defense has really been coming up big with these turnovers.
I would say really, we got a lot of guys that are hungry to make plays. A lot of guys are going to show you to go out there, make plays for the team to win. And then also, the leader of the defense, for Vito, he really the guy that want to go out there and play hard for. And every day, guys just come to the facility ready to work, ready to achieve more. So I feel like we got a good group of guys, you know, go out there and just make plays and really have fun together. And we have a great bond. And then that's something we really built over years.
Bernie, you guys have heard the last scene come out of the locker room after the win. Is that because of the first week here since 1950, or kind of what contributed to that kind of celebration? And for anyone.
We kind of found out we were their homecoming game kind of late, so I kind of had a little bit used to it. And we ended up getting the W.
Okay.
So
We'll go to Emmett on Zoom.
Hey, just a quick question for Sean. I'm curious, when was the last time you scored a touchdown in a football game? Can you remember off the top of your head?
Probably senior year of high school, so like 4.5, 5 years ago, somewhere in there.
We'll go to Varun on Zoom.
Hey Ty, wanted to ask, with the way that you guys are able to spread the ball around on offense, what's it like being a receiver in a scheme where, 10 different guys caught a pass today?
I mean, it's very exciting because you know that even when I get subbed out, I have another guy behind me that can do the job too. So it's just very exciting to see everybody move fast, and it's very exciting to see what we practice just come out into fruition on Saturday. So I would just say it's very exciting and it's very good for the team.
Is everyone good? All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
guys.